Start off with a sound check to see if this is going to work with Bluetooth or not.
I wonder if it's still in the trash, actually. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, wait. This is
super loud. Wow. Goodness. Look how loud she is. Okay. Change that. Apparently didn't take. Start off the sound check. If work with Bluetooth or not.
I wonder if it's still in the trash, actually. Oh!
Okay, so that's affirmative. Word up. Watching some vids. Going stir crazy over here. Watch a little bit more of this Thorpe video. I'm not sure if there's a new one might have dropped. We'll check in on that, and then we're going to finish the Jimbob video. That's what I'm doing this morning. This fine Tuesday, 14th of May, 2024. It's gonna be a long morning for me, long week. So, yeah, just kicking it off right. Feeling weird. So I'm getting adjusted to. Well, I had a medication adjustment. Let's just say that. Good morning, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Good to see you. All right, so we're gonna just drop in on Grace, do some trash talk, and then we'll get back to the fun with Jimbob. It'll be
I wonder if it's still in the trash.
Night, hopefully.
Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, wait. This is so gross. Look what I found. Yeah, obviously, like, it was just in the sink, so I just washed the sink. It's fine. But look what I found. Ah! Ah!
She was very loud.
Look! That made itself. Ah! Gross!
Disgusting.
Ew! Nasty! Nasty as hell. Ugh! I hate mold
I don't
so
know if you
much.
can still hear it.
I hate mold because I feel like it could spring up on you out of nowhere. Okay, this is my dress. This is a very cute dress.
You know by
My
smelling
mom got
it?
this for me. One of the good things, one of the only good things she ever did in her miserable life. I guess that's clean. Can't really tell. Good enough. I bet it smelled crazy in there. Is that a mushroom? I put it back in the garbage, yeah. Another one of my green pillowcases. Look, guys, we're doing so good. We're almost done. See, I told you, I'm actually a very effective worker. I'd be great in the gulag or the salt mines. Glory to the CCP.
Edgy.
How much for it? Thorpe merch. Buy our bacteria. $5.99. Okay. Another shirt. These are my pajamas. Now, guys, this is the cutest pair of pajamas I've ever had in my whole life. But they're flannel, so they're really hot, but they're so cute. Oh, look at the little bunnies. But my dad fucking, I don't know how he did this, but he ripped the bottom of these somehow. think he was cutting something and it actually accidentally cut into the leg. Anyways, now I have to throw this out because this is useless without the bottoms. So bye-bye, bunnies. Bye-bye. R.I.P. I need to do a new pajama set anyways. It was too hot. I never wore it,
good
but
morning.
still it was cute. Okay.
Morning, good to see you, Tug.
That's maybe worn once. Good MILF. Another shirt. The pussy was fire in every case! That made my day so much better reading the Ethan Ralph story. That was so good. I nutted in her pussy a few times, and yeah, it was good pussy, but it just didn't feel right. Did a 13-year-old boy on drugs write this? Or, like, what's going on? Ralphie, can we get into this? Like, what's the psychology behind this? This is just a little hand towel. You guys want to see something funny? I had a whole thing where I was going to be, like, eco-friendly, so I chopped up my dad's old t-shirts into, like, rags, not realizing that I cleaned them with fabric softener. And if you don't know, fabric softener coats the fibers of your clothing in like a little layer of plastic, which feels soft, but it actually prevents the fibers from soaking anything up. So these are not usable. I could wash them again, but that just seems like a waste of water and light.
True. The pussy is fire.
Whatever.
It's called a rash.
Okay. Boxers? Oh my god, it's so inappropriate. She's folding his boxers. Deal with it, losers. What is this? And perhaps what is this? I would be so funny as a friend. Nobody gets it. These are my tights. Are these clean? This is a private sniff test. Pass the test. Grace, you lost weight for sure, respectfully. I have the recording of him threatening to kill her. Is it on your community page? Maybe we can react to it. And perhaps, what is this? Do you guys even know what I'm referencing? You guys don't even get it. You're all a bunch of fucking boomers. You don't even know what I'm referencing. Hold on. And perhaps, there we go. My icon, DJ Khaled. Oh, wait, stop. Here we go.
This is called what?
That's just avocado toast.
This is called what?
Turkey sausage.
This is called what?
Turkey pickle.
And this is called what?
Veggie scramble.
And what is this?
Those are pickled banana peppers.
And what is this?
Onions and seeds.
And perhaps what is
Perhaps,
this?
what is
Water.
Sunday morning, Sunday brunch, Sunday breakfast.
Okay.
Oh, I love him so much. And perhaps, what is this? Okay, we're almost done on the wall, guys. We just have 4 pillowcases, and that's it. These are so easy. These are my favorite things to fold. Literally so easy. And perhaps, what is this? We got 102 people in the chat. I have not received a single super chat yet. Please, can we get some super chats going, please? Mommy wants a drink after laundry time.
Welcome, Bambi.
So how was your day at school, sweetie? Did you present your project? Mm-hmm. Did the teacher like it? Ah! Martin said it was gross? Martin's got sugar in his tank. Don't worry about it, sweetie. You literally do not have to worry about that boy. He's just insecure. Yeah, well, what was his project about? Oh, yes, whatever. Yours was way better. It was about Occupy. All right, Martin, but we grew it in our own sink. It was such a cool biology project, Martin. That's how Lauren pronounces Martin.
E-bag.
Martin.
What does that mean? Oh, e-bag. Yeah. That's pretty much your MO. You're always e-bag.
All right, done with the wall. Step 1 accomplished. Next, we have to dry things on the wall. So first up, and perhaps what is this? We have my leggings, a pair of boxers, trad wife. I'm just gonna put my underwear over here for now. Socks. This dress, which is like honestly so ugly. It's so Walmart. Oh my god, look. Did it rip itself? Oh no. Okay. This dress is not even that cute. It's like what a fat person would wear. It's like fat people attire from Walmart. I hate it.
Fat
Bye.
people attire.
Uh,
Oh, that's hilarious.
Ew, what is that? Go back to the towels. Oh, it's just hair. I thought it was like a fish.
Why are you showing us?
I thought it was more mold. It's just hair. Okay. Crisis averted. Okay. Socks. More underwear. Socks. More underwear. One of my dad's shirts. Look at how gigantic this thing is. This is a shirt. And it's super heavy too. He has to get them from Duluth Trading Post. Relaxed fit, long tail. Because he has a big torso. Need a hanger. And perhaps, what is this? You should auction Ben's panties. Grace, please stop showing us dirt and grime and mold stuff. That's the whole point of a Thorpe cleaning stream. Hello? How much does soap on a rope cost? I'll donate to Ben's commissary. I don't even know if he has commissary, honestly. Or if he does, I cannot deposit into it because I'm not an approved depositor. And even if he wrote me down as a depositor, it's technically considered breaking the no contact order, which is ridiculous, but whatever. Okay, we have another shirt.
Which is, mind you, the whole reason he was in jail in the first place. I don't know if he's still in jail or not.
This is all just underwear. My dad's underwear. My underwear. Sock. Perhaps, what is this? What is this? Oh, this is my nice athletic shirt. That's a cute shirt. I like that one. Dad's underwear, my underwear. My underwear, sock, my underwear. My underwear, sock, my underwear, sock, my underwear, sock. Okay. Washer emptied.
Winning.
Let's hang these up to dry. And perhaps, what is this? Okay. Now what? We should fill the washer. Okay. I know what I'm going to put in there. I am going to add these sheets, because these are the RV sheets, and I want to change the RV sheets ASAP. These are big boys. These are California King. Big boys. And it's a small dryer, so it can only really take that much. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. So, we have our Tide. Watch this. Perfect. And a little bit of Clorox color bleach. Not too much. And then perhaps we will add some of this. Laundry softener. Whoops, wrong container. Okay. Let's see. Just put that on cotton normal. Start. Done.
Fascinating.
Guys, we're being... What the hell?
Good timing.
What was that confetti effect? What the fuck? That scared me. Okay.
All right, let's get back into the meat and potatoes. Time for the exciting conclusion. Jimbob.
Big snake. Listen, I'm asking for...
Right. Thank you for sticking around.
an example, right, of information that a piece of matter in the world, right, is identical to the information we assign to it.
Yeah,
Electron.
carbon atom.
No, you don't. No, there's nothing in a carbon atom that says I'm a carbon atom.
What? There are things in the electron that say I'm an electron.
Do you need the question again? You guys are spurging. You guys need help listening.
Answered your question
You didn't.
twice now.
No, you.
Yes, I did.
Leo,
I said an electron.
an
2
electron.
times. This is now the 3rd time.
I asked you, Leo, an electron. Does an electron hold the information we assign the electron to the electron? No, it doesn't. You can't look into an Okay.
Because the information of an electron are the fucking states that define one.
No, electrons don't define anything, dude.
Electrons are defined by their
minds.
degrees of
Yeah,
freedom.
by language.
By their degrees of
Define means language.
No, you want to drag mind into it. No, and that definition of information.
Define means
So-
language. You agree with the semantic definition, data plus semantics.
Hang on a second.
I never actually expressed disagree.
Okay, great. So Leo, if you agree for the sake of argument, right, that information is raw data plus semantics, then in this example, Leo, I'm talking to Leo. I'm not, listen, head injury. I'm not talking to you. Leo,
You fucking dick.
Leo, would you agree that in your example, what was the particle again? Sorry. What was the thing you mentioned? An electron.
Oh my god, you even forgot what the fuck
It's okay. It's okay. There's a lot of you talking. Listen, put your helmet on. Listen, I hope you got the insurance payout for your accident. Listen, Leo,
That's just rude, man.
Leo, would you agree?
You're just
Leo,
absolutely shocking, man.
Le-
Like, what's wrong with you?
hope harder. Shut up. Leo,
That's an amazing argument.
Leo, I'm trying to address Leo. You keep interrupting. In your example, the electron itself, the object, the referent, isn't identical to the information we're calling it. So nowhere in the electron does it say electron. Is there a universal category of electron?
Yeah, actually, in the electron, there are things that do say I'm an electron, and that's the
No.
degrees of freedom.
No,
that
what are you
define
talking
an
about?
electron is.
What
Why
are you talking
over
about?
Leo? Why
What the
talking
fuck
over
are you
Leo?
saying?
Stop and let him talk.
So you could
I'm
look.
talking about physics, particle physics.
No.
I know you don't understand that.
So
but I
where?
do,
Okay,
at
great.
least
So
a little bit.
that's
At
great.
least more than you do.
That's
so.
great, Leo. So where in the electron did you find the term electron, please?
It's the electric charge, its mass, its spin, its electron.
Yeah, where
number,
does that
all
say-
Of those
yeah.
define what an electron.
Yeah,
is.
where are those concepts found in the electron?
In the electron.
Oh, you can find all those things in the electron?
You don't think you can
Yeah.
find it?
Okay, great. Okay, great. This is great. Listen. When I pick up an apple, okay, great. When I pick up an apple, listen. When I pick up an apple, can I find all the information I assign to the apple in the apple?
Yeah.
Really? Where? Where is the word apple in the apple?
In the apple.
The apple
Words
word.
don't matter here.
Oh,
don't
words.
matter
Oh,
here.
words don't matter to information, which is semantic.
No.
You just agreed.
Hey,
You
hey,
do realize
just-
there's
just words-
You guys are so easy to. You guys are too
Hey,
easy.
does
It's like
information
bowling.
have
It's like
to be
bowling with the
words?
lane
Does
guides.
Information have to be words.
Information has to be meaning. No, it's no.
Does
Listen.
Information have to be words.
No, it could be meaning.
Then what you're saying makes no sense whatsoever.
It doesn't matter. I could for this. No, okay, fine.
The electron does convey information.
Okay.
Can you stop talking
No.
about language?
You
Words
keep
correct, like, seriously.
quiet. Listen, the apple doesn't have the meaning apple found in
Take away
it.
your anger management
The
issues.
oh, stop it, you female. You wear a wig at night. Everyone knows it. Listen,
So just because there's no electron written on the electron doesn't mean there's not information that makes an electron.
So what's the
and
information?
electron in
Yeah,
it. And
great.
Leo went through all of that if you just stopped talking and listening.
yeah, none of that was found.
Oh, I was kind of laughing at that one. Wear a wig at night and everyone knows it. What the fuck? Yeah, right?
In the
You
electron.
have no control over your own frigging mouth. It's insane.
Okay, so the meaning, right? The meaning. I'll grant you that language itself, right? You can do semantics without what we know language is, right? But if information is data plus semantics, I'm asking you, where is the meaning apple found in the apple?
In the arrangement
Where
of
is the
atoms
meaning
in
or
there.
where is
The arrangement of atoms, you make out the word apple, or you make out the concept apple in the arrangement of the atoms?
Word apple.
Yes,
I
you
never
do.
said the word.
Do you? Yeah,
But
great.
You're stuck on the word again.
You guys-
Like, what is this? Like, we just
this is
agreed
so
that
funny.
information doesn't have to be words, but what it conveys, like when we see a pulsar, for instance,
A what?
and it flashes the pulsar.
Uh,
You know what a pulsar?
oh yeah,
is?
go ahead.
Okay, so it's a star that flashes, right? And we can tell a lot by the mass of it, the way it's moving, all of this different information by how often it flashes. But that doesn't mean that the pulsar's got this typed somewhere in it, in like the English language, saying 62 revolutions per whatever. That's not what we're talking about when we're talking about information. But the structure of it, the way that it's formed, what we get from it, that is information. So
Okay.
I think you're sort of talking
You mean
about
we assign?
canon information.
No, we're talking about
No, hold on.
assigning.
Hold on, well, let me finish.
You're
Jimbob.
gish
Don't
galloping
do
a
it,
lot.
don't
You're
do it,
gish gallop-
don't
No,
do it.
he's not. He's
Don't
on
be
the
just
same
a-
exact fucking point.
Okay, yeah.
Exactly.
I'll refute
Yeah,
it when
so
you're done.
What you're talking about is Shannon information, stuff that we have encoded to convey meanings as opposed to other information. So my question originally was, what kind of information are you talking about?
Okay, so the pulsar you're talking about, right? It has these effects, right? And you view them and then you categorize the effects, correct? Yes?
Bring in the mind now,
Yeah.
Jimbo.
Okay, great. So would you call the object in space that's doing its thing the referent?
No, I'd call it a pulsar.
Well, is the pulsar the referent that's being referred to, that being described? Yes or no?
Referred to by what?
Who's referring?
No, I said referent.
Yeah, it's a referent.
Thank you. Shut up then. Great. That's a yes/no question. Keep quiet. Mark, so if the star itself, the object in space, is the referent,
Referent of what?
a referent is the object.
What's referring to it?
No,
the
dude.
Okay, stop. The referent is basically the thing that our language applies to.
Yes,
So
thank you.
If I say apple, the referent is the actual
Thank you.
apple.
Right.
Apple doesn't mean anything. It's just
Right.
It's just
Okay, so the answer is yes. It's not that hard. The star you're referring to is the object, just like the apple is. Now,
Yes.
is the reference, the description of the referent, identical?
is the description of the referent identical? No.
Great. So that, would you call the description the
Short breaks. Some asshole killed a mouse in here and just left it there in the corner for me to clean up. So that was nice of him.
information?
No.
No? No?
No.
Okay.
No.
So,
And
so
now there's like a scared little baby mouse running around in here. So it's like trying to get its dead mom or something. And now it's like stuck in here. So that's nice. Pest removal.
where is the information absent a description in referent in this point? Where's the information?
Describe a pulsar as a flashy star. Or
That's
a Christmas star.
that's
That
I.
would be a,
That's a description, dude.
Yeah.
You didn't hear my
That's a
question.
description, right.
You didn't hear my.
And that is not descriptive of, like, seriously,
What?
you're just talking over the top of me. That is just a description. It just refers to the referent. The information is that pulsing that it is doing. That I'm not.
You assigned
I didn't
that.
address that at all.
No, you're describing the pulsing. I asked you a simple question. Is the descriptions ever identical to the referent? And you said no. And so the information that you're gleaning
It's
from
not
the
the
hold
same
on.
thing.
The information you're gleaning is descriptive, and
No,
mine.
you changed what you said. You said, is the referent and the description the same thing? And now you're saying, is the description identical to the referent?
That's
So you just
synonymous.
changed what
That's
you said.
synonymous. Same and identical is the synonymous.
Stephanie, did you want to take a
What the
shot
hell is
at
wrong
it?
with you people?
If you want to jump in.
This shows real dishonesty.
Dishonesty? You just said same and identical are different things.
No, no. Like, so if you're
The
saying
fuck is wrong with your
description
brain?
is identical, if you're saying the description is identical, you're saying it is an exact, correct description of what you are describing. The
No.
same thing
No.
means that the information and that thing are exactly the same.
No,
object. You
listen.
should know
No,
the
you're
difference if you
confusing.
claim to
Sorry,
believe
Mark. To be fair, you're confusing something. I'm not talking about the accuracy in which something's described. I'm saying the description itself, the reference, the description is not the referent, right? So if you look at a star doing a thing, the moment you start describing that thing, that description is not actually found as matter in the object.
Yes, but the pulsing of
Yes.
that pulsar is.
No, pulsing is a description.
No, it's not. It's
You
what
can't
the thing
find
is
the no,
actually
no,
doing.
you,
just have a
dude.
totally
Are you
different
dude?
pulsar
Seriously,
doing
what is wrong with you? What is wrong with your head? The
No,
description.
Mark, it's okay. Beating is just a description.
The-
Your heart
the-
doesn't actually
No,
beat.
listen. Oh, stop up with the fucking clutch your pearls harder. Christian behavior. You don't even know what Christian means. Listen, the
Really?
pulse, the phenomena of the star doing something, right? You saying it's clearly
You
pulse.
want to see somebody? Maybe get some anger management.
Shut
courses,
up, dude.
maybe-
I don't need your
maybe
female prattle. Shut your mouth.
Oh, I think you need some
Oh
anger
boy,
management.
you're gonna.
Let-
So fucking rude.
Listen.
You seem to have no
Oh,
control.
you're gonna
over
toss
your
me out?
emotions
Listen, he's
whatsoever.
not confronting the problem with the argument. He's dodging and doing psychologizing now.
You're insulting, buddy.
I don't
You're
care what
insulting
insults you.
people
That's a
left, right, and
choice.
center.
I was determined to do so. Big whoop.
Were you the
It's a
one
choice.
crying in chat the other day?
I was-
Like, somebody called you a name or something.
Yeah, you don't just run around calling someone a pedophile. Calling them an idiot is fine. Is there a difference? I don't know. Mark, is there a Mark, let me just ask you. Let me ask you.
How do you know that?
How do I know it? It's in
You
the.
still can't say who called him a pedophile. Allegedly, he's just like that bitch in the side chat, but he
God.
didn't have a name.
No, what?
Know that calling somebody one thing is wrong and calling something another thing is right.
I'm asking you, are you okay with calling someone? Is it right?
Oh, no, I don't call anybody anything.
I didn't say you did.
Like, I don't devolve into that.
This is
level
all
of
just a
knowledge.
derail
Okay.
because you guys are toasted on the information argument.
No, not really. It's
Yeah, you're
just-
derailing. Yeah, you're derailing. Leo, you can jump back on and get boxed a little bit too. The referent
The
is not.
information will be there,
the
whether or
referent-
not
no,
anybody
no, no, no.
knows that-
Nope.
that pulsing
The
will be-
information-
Does that pulsing vanish if nobody
You're
sees
calling
it?
it a pulse. That's adding information, dummy.
So do you think it vanishes if nobody sees it?
The thing you're referring to. is as a pulse
Right.
is you're assigning
Beasties on it.
information to the object.
Well, I mean, I can call it a schmuzzle if you want.
There's
It doesn't
no
matter. It's still
pull-
gonna be exactly
there's-
the same thing. I
no.
understand
There's
why
a
making
major
it a
point
label
being
makes
missed
it not
here.
Dude, there's no pulse found. The term pulse, the idea
Major
pulse.
point being missed is the information that the pulsar contains is its behavior that we
Gee,
use
man.
language.
Jimbob tells it like it is. Yeah, no, he's all fired up for a debate. He just doesn't know who or what he's debating. He wants to debate everything at the same time.
Convey
Right.
to one another. The information that we are conveying is not the actual
Good morning, or Wooly.
physical operation of the pulsar or the tree or anything. We are using information to communicate with each other to gain understanding.
That's
So
beautiful.
you seem to be mistaking the information that is contained in our language, which we use to either make sense internally in our brain, to explain to ourselves, or to explain to other people. The information that is extant in the universe will always
Blah,
be
blah,
there,
blah,
whether we
blah,
communicate
blah,
it
blah,
or
blah,
not.
blah, blah,
Let's
blah.
channel.
He's
No.
mistaking the finger for the moon.
You guys are still making the same mistake. You're making the same. All you guys are saying is the referent, the object, would be the object, regardless if we assign information to it. You're confusing data,
Yeah, but
like,
it has information.
dude, no.
independent of the
Okay,
one-
okay,
the one
great.
we
So,
ascribe
okay,
to it. So,
Leo,
yeah.
Leo. If the person who just talked about a star says the information that's contained in the object is the behavior, okay, I'm gonna ask you, where in the object of a star can you find the behavior of the star?
Oh my God.
In the star.
In the star.
Yeah, in the object.
In the
of
star. So if I throw,
electromagnetic
okay, great.
radiation,
So if I, okay,
structure,
listen, dude, hold on a second.
What we are observing.
Okay,
hold on.
no, you shut up. Listen,
No,
you throw a
hold on
ball,
a second.
you throw a ball, I throw a baseball.
Once again, what is his point though? Where is he going with this line of
I
questioning?
throw a baseball, and you're saying inside the baseball you can find the behavior of the baseball?
Shut up.
It's insane.
You guys are dummies. You guys are so dumb.
Well, that's not even roughly equivalent. You throwing a baseball is not the same as a star performing its function.
You need to be
How
insulted.
the star works in the star.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
ridiculous.
Indeed, and a baseball is a terrible analogy.
Oh, really? It should be contained in the baseball. Is the velocity of the baseball contained in the baseball? No.
I can guess where you're going with that.
Okay, cool.
That the motion of the baseball is intrinsic to the baseball. Well, that's a far cry. from the
It's
operation
literally the same. You're talking about a star.
of fusion in a star.
It's literally the same thing.
It's a neutron star.
Look,
Not the
dude,
same
Becomes a
thing.
pulsar.
listen.
You're missing you're misinterpreting human communication with the information that the humans are trying to communicate.
No,
make
that's
each other aware of.
no, that's
Yeah,
exact. No, that's my argument. No,
When
no.
they added semantics to information.
That's the
information-
definition of semantics. You can't have information without semantics.
No, you can't.
No,
Tell me
no,
an
no,
example.
no, no, no.
Give me an example. Okay, great. All right. Give me one.
You're trapped in the niceties of human language, and that's not the
Listen.
universe.
Listen. I don't care what you think the universe. You probably think men can have babies. Keep quiet and keep sewing your dress.
You know,
Listen.
and
Listen. Someone give me an example. Someone give me. Someone give.
The
Oh, you're
problem,
gonna keep.
the problem that you
Gonna
just
keep.
mentioned, Stephanie, is the basic
Stephanie.
problem with his premise one, which he failed to understand. He keeps dragging in.
Can't wait
this
to ask.
third observer, and then he wants to conflate that with physicalism. Basically, what we have is language, culture, how we talk about things, and he wants to
What
give
the
that
fuck is
same
that?
ontological
That's a great
status
Yelp review.
as
Shut up.
thing the physicalist is trying to explain to him, and it's the same thing.
He also, by the way, in case I think everyone in this chat, that's been watching.
Shut
this
up,
thing,
dude.
he also
You're
wants
obviously
to
a man.
inject- He obviously wants to inject personal insults.
Yeah, why not?
Bigoted worldviews,
Hell yeah.
His own approaches, and whine about
Only?
it. And
No.
somebody
I'm
calls
gonna-
him out on it.
I'm gonna have to.
No,
toss
you
it.
can always tell. You can always tell when somebody's like crappy arguments aren't working. 'Cause they're just
Crappy
throwing
arguments. You mean when you
they
guys,
have
you
to.
guys
So-
can't
Guys,
dodge? You guys
We're gonna
dodge.
have to end the stream because Jimbob.
That's the straw that broke the camel's back.
is going to go off on Stephanie now, and I'm not going to allow it here.
Oh, what
We've been
white
going a
knighting.
long time, and I
Wow.
would like to have another conversation with Jim.
Oh, I'd love to have Jim. I'd like to have him call into the line sometime. Call into
The
chat
line?
Yeah,
The line.
Just go ahead. We can go ahead and do that.
Uh-huh.
But
I'll unmute
your argumentation
Okay.
is crap. and you're trying to use
Oh,
platforms
God.
like this.
Blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah,
hold
blah.
on.
Get to the
You're
point,
trying-
dude. You're prattling on for so long.
Platforms like this to spread your bigotry.
Oh, here we go. The virtue signaling. The virtue signaling. Shut up.
No, it's more
Shut
every time you
up.
get into a reasonable conversation and you feel
Your
threatened,
bigotry.
you
Shut
help
up.
people.
Okay, listen. Someone said that
Yeah, well, I mean,
information.
none of us-
Someone said information can exist without semantics. Who was it?
Me.
Who are you? Which one?
Speed of sound, answers in atheism.
Okay, great.
information.
Okay,
We
give
all-
me,
we
give
all
me.
believe-
Shut
I
up,
believe
dude.
all of us-
Shut
I
up.
believe all of us. Shut up, you cunt.
Go sew yourself a man dress. Keep quiet. Listen. Give me an example. Give me an example. Give me an example of information without semantics. Give me an example of information. Cry harder.
Von Neumann information.
Give me an example of information without semantics. Give me an
Von
example.
Neumann information.
Give me an example of information without semantics.
I
Give
already
me
have
an
twice.
example of a Nazi without a Nazi.
A Nazi? Shut up, dude.
Shut up.
Shut up.
He doesn't, I don't think he cares.
You're an absolute goblin. You don't even belong on the stream.
Okay, can we, guys? I want to get out of here. Pretty
Give
quick,
me an
so-
example.
Von Neumann information.
Von Neumann?
Yeah, you don't know who John von Neumann was?
Yeah, give me an example.
Kindly of the computer.
Von Neumann information. That's the
Oh my
example.
God.
Yeah, where is
Wait,
it?
You don't know what that is? Do you
That's
not know what that
that's
is?
using that's using semantics.
Shannon-
I asked for
Right,
no
so you're-
semantics.
Well, I
Okay,
gave
so-
you an
so-
example.
That's an example with semantics. You're using the term semantic. You're using meaning. I'm asking for an information without semantics.
Von Neumann information.
That's
You don't know what
that's
it is.
semantics. That's
Hey, your chat too, Jimbob.
that's meaning. That's meaning.
No, it's the entropy of a quantum state. No,
Entropy
you don't know
is
what you're
semantic
talking
based.
about. No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
No,
Yeah, it is.
no.
You're describing. You're using semantics. You're using language and meaning.
We talk about it. We
Come on, guys,
talk
quit
about
being mean to
thermodynamics.
Jimbob. He doesn't understand any of this shit.
How are you going to describe entropy without semantics?
Jimbob,
But we're
you're
not
getting
talking
caught up
about
in
describing it.
How do you know something exists without language?
Jimbob, you're getting caught up in Shannon information.
I just
instead of
asked for a
Von Neumann.
question.
Yeah, he is.
I just asked for a simple example. He pointed to something using semantic.
Said they should use God as an example and see what he does. Yeah.
How does it use semantics?
No,
How
he
you're
won't-
using your
He won't. I mean, he'll throw the ad homs, but he doesn't actually want to talk about. He wants to, steer the conversation with the. So that's the way he can try to act like he's staying on point.
it's
Stop,
you're
stop,
using a
Jimbob,
category.
stop.
Oh, you just interrupt.
Stop.
Yeah, go ahead.
No. You just said he described it using semantics.
Uh-huh.
Because he uses semantics to describe it doesn't mean that the information he's describing uses semantics to convey information.
The question is, you're observing something in the world, right?
No. Can you just acknowledge what I said?
Right? Yeah, you guys can't
What a
even.
little weenie. What a little weenie.
Listen.
Gotta drag the
So you guys
observer.
aren't going to answer the question, right?
You should have been calling him that the whole time.
How did you observe that type of information, Leo?
By measuring the entropy of
Measuring? I'm sorry. What does measuring require?
Ooh, we gotta
Well,
have
it
a
depends
proof
on what you're
of it.
measuring, doesn't it?
I said how do you have information? How do you have information without semantics? How do you know you have information without semantics?
How do you know you have information without semantics? Because
Yep.
there's no semantics involved in that information.
That's appealing to language to describe. Okay, again.
Yeah, we're describing it with language, but what's being described itself.
Listen,
does not
here's
possess
a problem.
Now
If
you're
what you
doing the
said
same
no,
thing that you were accusing
no.
us of doing.
If what you
Arr.
if what you said was true, okay,
Jimbob, this is the
Let-
heart of your failure overall.
You guys-
You're not getting
no,
it.
no, no.
You keep
Shh,
bringing-
listen.
You keep jumping up a level.
Thundercat.
I thought I told head injury to take his pills. Listen. If it's true, if it were true that there was information without semantics, you can walk right up to that data, right, that raw data, and you wouldn't need to assign anything to it. It would be embedded in the matter itself.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, the semantics would be embedded in it, right? Even
Right.
though you're the observer of
It would tell you what it was. It would tell you what it was.
Drag you in with it, just
That's
like
right.
a fucking black hole would suck
That's
your
right.
weenie ass out.
Yeah, finally you get it.
What? It's fucking ridiculous.
Finally you get it.
I'm
You
clearly
guys,
underestimating my streaming patience.
you guys are just evidence that we need to bring back bullying.
Oh my god. Oh, here we
Wow.
go. You got bigger muscles than Jimbob. You're gonna take away our rights to vote.
Rights?
I don't know.
You don't have a right to vote.
You got a little weenie and a big muscle.
You think you have a right to vote? That's hilarious.
Why are we talking
What?
about that? when
He
we're
just
talking
brought it up
about
because he just brought it up. That's why, Leo.
The right to vote. I don't understand how this is even connected. Are you
He
like doing
he
something-
brought he brought it in. He brought it up.
It was beautiful. It was my
Oh.
fault. I was taking a shot at one of his previous ideas.
What idea is that?
The idea that a whole bunch of men are going to take away the women's rights to vote because
They are going to, or what? What are you saying?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck.
What are you saying? No,
Bob,
man.
why the fuck do you think you're allowed to vote, you fucking incompetent piece of fucking dog?
Oh shit.
Wow, who's that guy?
Rather emphatic.
Oh, emphatic? Is that what you call emphatic? Guys, you guys are so full of shit.
And this is how Christians behave.
This is how Christians behave. I don't know what Christianity is,
You and I-
but this is how Christians behave.
Run in from time to time, but I've been watching this thing while I've been working.
Prattle, prattle,
And
prattle.
It's just astonishing.
Dude, don't you guys have a Yelp? Don't you have Yelp?
Jimbob probably got the clips he needed. Probably got the thing. All those folks over there.
Happy as can be.
Probably,
W's in the chat.
Probably cheering him on. And all
Hell
that.
yeah.
But at the end of the day, what use does it do?
I don't know. Why are you on the stream?
Well,
I kind of like the philosophical arguments, and I like watching Jimbob fail over and
yeah,
over
but
again.
unfortunately, the philosophical arguments are not the agenda here.
I know.
For
Oh,
But I
what
did
is
ask
it?
you, Stephanie, if
What's
I
the
could bounce
agenda?
in my defense.
What's the agenda?
So,
No, I
You're getting off on triggering people at this point. Maybe that's
and
your
and that's
big
why,
thing.
I mean,
You want to fucking bully your way through the conversation, and then if you can't do that, you're gonna fucking try to fucking go for ad hom and trigger people.
but I'm kind of
just want to get. You just got to get to the point. I think you just got to get to the point where, as Robert Graves said in My Gladius.
Oh, God.
Let all the poison that lurks.
Blah,
in the mind.
blah, blah, blah.
yeah.
And
That's
I
beautiful.
do think it's important for that poison
Oh,
that lurks in the mind.
I love that quote.
In their own words, on their own time,
Oh, it's just beautiful.
in whatever experience they get to.
Oh,
But the
such.
point is,
Oh, I'm
there comes
getting
a point
goosebumps.
where you just basically have
I'm just
to-
getting goosebumps all over my body.
You are what you are.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, beautiful, beautifully said. I have goosebumps. Absolute goosebumps. I mean, what was that quote again? Say it again. What was the quote? Give it to me. I think I got booted. Oh man, glorious. Well, that was fun. I gotta say, it is kind of fun going 1-6. I gotta hand it to Andrew. I think that's the right way to do it. I did that clip of the chick, man. That's gonna be a song. Where's who is it? Chairs Unfolded.
All right. So that's the end of that exchange. Where he goes from here.
What makes Xero different from other accounting softwares is got a very intuitive.
Got some ads for you.
What do you think is the connection between a pigeon's ability to count and human mental health? The answer has to do with learned behaviors. When I was on the path to becoming a clinical psychologist, my career veered in the direction of animal cognition and neuroscience. I found myself teaching pigeons to...
So that's the edited version? Oh, did he? Yeah, it looked like some of it was clipped. What's up, Dave? Good to see you. He baited them and he trolled them? Absolutely. And some critique of his arguments. Go check out some of the rest of that panel in a minute. Just want to watch this real quick. I'm going to be at this for a while.
Count using a process called shaping. You start by giving it some food every time it looks at a touchscreen. This creates connections in its brain that become stronger over time, even as the rules become more complex. So just like teaching a dog to stay, I eventually trained the pigeon to peck at a red square when it saw 2 flashes of light, and a green square when it saw 3.
Okay, unedited on your channel?
I now had a pigeon that could count. This process happens gradually, day after day, until that learned behavior becomes a habit. I've worked in mental health over 25 years, and I've learned that just like the pigeon, our brains reinforce certain habits or coping mechanisms that help us feel better in the moment. I've seen thousands of educators, healthcare workers, and first responders rely on coping mechanisms like procrastination, overusing their smartphones, or working harder through a tough time. This can backfire and train them to become anxious and depressed. For example, do you scroll endlessly on social media instead of getting to that task that fills you with anxiety or dread? Or, late at night, do you get a dopamine hit when you click on the next episode button? Procrastination can feel good at the time, but the next day is going to be a real grind. These coping mechanisms help us feel better in the moment, so it is not crazy that we do them. But if we kept repeating them and wonder why we're still stressed or anxious or burnt out, then what we're doing might be insane. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different response. Now, we might not be aware of our own insane patterns, but chances are we all have them, myself included. The good news is that if we understand our unhelpful coping mechanisms, we can all unlearn them to improve our mental health. Now, I'd like to share with you what I've learned from being a father. My awesome daughter, Natalia, is now a teenager, but luckily for her, having a psychologist as a father means that I've worked hard to shape the connections in her brain. So she understands that the 90s grunge music is the absolute peak of all music ever. My goal is for Natalia to be self-confident because I've never had a patient with clinical anxiety or depression also have high self-confidence at the same time. Anxiety erodes confidence. We tend to overestimate the amount of danger that we're in and underestimate our ability to cope. With depression, we end up beating ourselves up to the point that we feel worthless and hopeless. But as people overcome depression and anxiety, their self-confidence grows. They begin to talk to themselves like a coach instead of a critic to see how threats can become opportunities. About 5 years ago, Natalia desperately wanted a smartphone, but I saw this as a threat to her self-confidence. While she would plead her case over dinner, I'd lean over to her and say, "Hey, do you generally feel pretty good about yourself?" And she'd say, "Yeah." "Are you anxious?" "No, not compared to some of the people I know." Well, all of the research shows that the more kids are on a smartphone, the more anxious and depressed they become. So do you want to be less confident and more anxious? Then I'd watch her face change from that youthful optimism to the cold reality that it just wasn't going to happen. Once Natalia finally got her smartphone, I could see how she was becoming like many of us who use it as a coping mechanism to seek reassurance. For example, imagine you're meeting a friend for dinner at 7 p.m. and they haven't arrived. You start to worry. Am I in the right place? Did they forget? Are they okay? As the uncertainty increases, you start to feel anxious. You fidget. You feel butterflies, maybe a little uncomfortable. Eventually, you pull out your phone to get reassurance by texting your friend, "Where are you?" When they respond, "Just parked," your worry and anxiety is washed away and you feel better. Now, if you sat with that discomfort and uncertainty, you'd strengthen your resilience to anxiety. There's a network in our brains that's like a muscle. It gets a workout every time we sit with anxious sensations and worrisome thoughts. But most of us don't sit with it. Instead, we look for reassurance and instant relief by texting. So just like the pigeon that learned to count, our smartphones can train us to become more anxious every time we use them to seek reassurance. The danger of our coping mechanisms is that they make sense at the time, but they go undetected until we hit a perfect storm, a time in our lives when it seems like everything is going wrong and the energy in our internal batteries becomes depleted. For example, let's say over the past 6 months, Natalia's friends have treated her horribly. She got cut from her soccer team, and our family dog died. This perfect storm depletes her internal battery to 40%, and she no longer feels like herself. When she gets a bad report card, Natalia will revert to another coping mechanism, to work harder through a tough time. This has helped her succeed in the past, but with a depleted battery, she just can't get things back on track. This reinforces negative thoughts. What's wrong with me? Oh, nothing is working. I'm such a loser.
Are you really? Turns out I have a lot in common with teenage girls.
Every time Natalia has these thoughts, the self-critical muscles in her brain become stronger, her self-confidence crashes, and her depression grows. If Natalia is like most of us, what can we do to break these patterns and improve our self-confidence? Well, if it was physical fitness, we'd all have to start moving more. The mental fitness equivalent is to talk more. The issue is that there's still a lot of stigma attached to mental health. We tend to keep our struggles to ourselves because we're afraid that we'll be seen as weak or incapable. We need to change this narrative by talking more about the issues in our lives. By talking, we uncover our unhelpful coping mechanisms, and that awareness is the first step to unlearning them. Now, here's the sobering truth. Mental health is complicated and nuanced. You are all unique, and your behaviors have been shaped over a long time. So I can't tell you what's best for you in your situation without knowing more about you. Instead, I hope to inspire you to take the time right now to learn more about yourself. And you can start by asking yourself these two questions. First, what do you do when you feel stressed, anxious, or sad? And second, have these feelings gotten better or worse over time? If the answer is worse, then you're relying on an unhelpful coping mechanism. Just like the pigeon that learned to count, our brains have an amazing capacity to build new connections and unlearn unhelpful habits by trying something new. It could be learning new strategies, like sitting with your anxiety. Breathe to take the edge off. Or my favorite, balance your thoughts to become more self-confident. It all starts with us talking more about our own patterns of insanity and admitting that we all have them, even as 90s grunge psychologists. Thank you.
Okay.
So yeah, we're being very waifu right now. We're being very trad. I feel like this bun looks so ugly. Let me do my hair in braids. Let's do it in braids. Okay, what's next? I cannot believe 112 people are watching me do laundry right now. Paste. Okay.
Radio silence for 2
Braids,
weeks.
that's gonna take forever. No, it won't. Not when you have thick, beautiful hair.
Should we be concerned? You think should we be concerned?
First we separate. Just take different sections. And et voila. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. What should we do next? What do you guys want to see next? Do you want to see me deal with this pile on the floor? Would that be Kino content?
Kino?
Can you just sexually satisfy us and leave? What? Is this outfit not sexy enough? You got the sex symbol of America on my titties. You've got the short granny shorts on.
What titties?
Flaunting. What? You got the pigtails. What else do you want?
Stream unavailable. Because of the TED Talk? Oh, let's be back now. Because of the TED Talk? I guess it was because I had the TED Talk now? I don't know.
And they don't even seem like monkeys anymore. It's like, God damn it. They've been too humanized.
Right. Alright, let's go find this video. Oh.
I'm tired of women. I wish I could become one of the gays.
Oh my. No, it's not that hard.
Yeah.
No, they're just always, they're so weird, man. You can't figure them out. They won't talk to you directly. They never talk to you directly. You always have to fucking speak in codes with you.
And that is why,
Okay, so this one's only
you know, there's no guarantee of that. Not on YouTube. I mean, even if
nonsense, and that's what's happening when you apply that kind of language. To say a molecule.
Anyway, good night, Dan. And he doesn't get it. Okay, he keeps going by and saying, "You idiots! You don't understand that propositions."
I mean, anybody who understands linguistics is going to say, if you've defined God such.
Where were we? I asked a question, a pointed question under physicalism. Okay, guys gonna keep the
in the world of.
I mean, it's
all these things called physics and
meaningful distinction we see in the world of physics.
Because that would be the problem.
What's the problem? That's reading the premise.
Oh, okay, the feeling.
I think that an argument about semantics isn't going to go anywhere, right? I'm okay with the fact that Hank uses words differently than you, because then when we have a discussion that uses the word God
that you don't believe in.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, so there's Jimbob 4016. Okay. So oops. Oh. $123. Okay, we'll come back to this. I want to find portion after Jimbob gets kicked out here. Does he end the stream? Okay, maybe there was another stream after this. Must have been what happened. Okay, this is 140 something.
And he said he'd be back after Hank.
Oh, okay.
I'll give him a call. Anyway, sorry about that, Jimbob.
So yeah, I guess I wanted to start with, can you define what an incel is?
Yes.
We're not talking
What's
about
that
that.
have to do?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the title of the stream. That's why.
Has nothing to do with what we're talking about. So.
Oh, the title of the stream has nothing to do with the actual stream?
Correct.
That's interesting.
Correct.
Okay,
Clickbait.
I got it.
Clickbait.
Gotcha.
Clickbait.
Okay. All right, just wanted to check there. All right, so...
That's pretty funny. All right, we'll come back to that. Let's see what Jimbob does here afterwards.
Who is it? Chairs unfolded. You know what to do. Chairs unfolded, you know what to do. Okay? So I'm gonna go. Let's do a summary. They basically agreed with the consequences of physicalism. They couldn't determine the threshold of which a physical effect in nature becomes an emergent property. Now, Mark Reed over there, he ate it hard. He ate it hard. You know why? Because he said a bunch of people in a city walking alone, that's not an emergent property. But once they start interacting, it's an emergent property. You say, well, what is this distinction, right? What makes something an emergent property? That they're interacting? That they're influenced? Okay, well, the building of the city influences the behavior of the people. There's no humans around, right? They built the city on rock and roll, and it informed the way in which people walk around the city. But that's not an emergent property. And as we push this question, which, if you guys are going to take anything from this, is when these people pull this emergent property bullshit, okay, all you have to do is say, could you tell me how you determine? The method is the important question. It's not define things. It's about the method. You ask them, can you tell me the methodology you use to determine the difference between an ordinary effect of physics in the world and an emergent property? And you watch them fall apart. You watch them absolutely collapse their whole view. They can't do it. So, yeah, chairs, folders, united. Right, thank you, Mendoza, appreciate that. And then what happens? They spurg out, right? They just can't handle it. You get some chick who basically demonstrates why women can't lead. Ironically.
Talk says, they crumble like crumble cake. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what he means, like a normal effect of physics versus emergent property. Emergent property is like, yeah, I don't know. Because you're like combining like philosophical jargon with other shit.
Lost your shit.
Physics jargon.
Absolute lunatic. Complete lunatic. I should watch them cook.
I think they were responding to a different argument there.
I don't know, Cope. I don't know if if they ended the stream though. See if they ended. Did they end the stream, y'all? Let me see. Live.
He's a liar?
No.
Cope stream.
Oh, no, he did a
My heart gets one beat to my brain. No shit. My heart is failing to beat properly.
Let's hear the Cope.
So I get a little bit dizzy and light.
By the way, any of you jackass atheists, you can come on and continue
Can I
this if you want. I will wreck you.
I'm only 2 years younger than you, Steve, so, you know.
Oh,
It's
that's
a
a
bitch,
dude.
man.
It's
It's a bitch.
obviously
The
a
muffler
dude.
falls off, the fucking air conditioner goes to hell, and then your heart quits beating. What did we question, Neil?
Cope
If I
stream.
can say one quick
Oh yes, please.
So what
Virtue
we saw
signal.
particularly
It's a virtue
towards the end
signal.
there, this is what happens when somebody is running an argument with people and consistently getting BTFO'd.
Oh, really?
Like, Mark
Right.
pretty much already said it.
Right.
When the argument has been lost, insults will become the ammunition of the loser. So, and this is what
That's not even true. Maybe that's true if they were ad hom, but not insults. That's actually false, Leo. You know why? There's nothing about someone who argues if they use insults in addition to arguments. There's nothing about the insults that will reduce the arguments to invalid, you dummy. You pig snake fool. That's not even true. It's not even true. He just said something completely not true.
why you heard me laugh every time you threw an insult, because it's just it's funny. It's funny that you've gotten to the point where you have.
Yeah, it does seem to me like an act of desperation. or you're trying to intentionally provoke, you know, a reaction from your interlocutor. You know, which is still like all you should be trying to do is make your argument. There's no reason to throw insults just and gratuitously, like, yeah, within, even, I mean, especially within, like, if you were expecting like a structured debate, which I don't know, would he behave himself? Well, he'd have to. Most debate forums would kick him out long before that, long before the point he got to here. He'd be able to fucking pull that shit.
To throw insults at other people.
You don't have to.
Because you have nothing.
No, that's false.
To say.
No, it's just
you
a button.
have no response to what's been laid out.
Oh,
you
no,
have
it's
no
quite the
response
opposite.
to the objections.
Total
So
opposite.
you attempt to continue to discredit the person
That's
by
right.
insulting them.
No, that's
and I think that's funny. I think it's funny to get people.
Here's
to
the
that point,
speech.
particularly people.
Where's the music?
And I just want to add something I'm saying in the chat. I just want to add, like, insulting my accent. My accent doesn't make what I'm saying any less true.
I know.
So you just debunked Theo.
Well, it doesn't. It just means
an insult doesn't make something less true.
An accent, even if they don't believe it because they're used to it. But you know, like, it's just how poor do your arguments have to be when you're imitating somebody's accent in order to carry the day?
That doesn't follow.
Pathetic.
That doesn't follow.
I don't know who
Jamie Kennedy.
Oh, you should know.
That doesn't follow.
Hang on a second. Everybody go.
Jamie Kennedy, the actor. It sounds like a lot of trolls migrated over from his channels. He's got a lot of fun characters that were over in Speed's chat from what I saw. Was there an after show? Maybe that's what I was looking at. Demaria, good to see you. It seems harsh, but if you're saying stupid shit, you're saying stupid shit. Mockery is the biggest form of flattery. Could be. Let me go look at Speed's channel. There's. So there were some different. Don't mind me. There were some different folks on the panel when I was watching at one point. Okay, so maybe is that it?
About 1,000 years I've been trying to find the fatal flaw in materialism. And Jimbob found it in 6 minutes. I mean,
isn't that amazing how that works?
That's amazing how that works.
I think this is it.
So I said, what happens when stupid gets loose on the internet? And the definition of stupid is this. Okay, there are people that are ignorant, you know, of a lot of science and facts and philosophy and whatever. But when you add ignorance to arrogance, you end up with stupid. That's when you're out there with your chin leading, you know, sticking out, shooting your mouth off and going after everybody. And, oh, those atheists. And oh my goodness, sister decides to call now. Anyway, they get the label stupid, and that's what this guy is. And he is, it's amazing. He's over there right now attacking some women, 2 women, and he's attacking them based on their looks, on how their voices sound, on their set. And, you know, they're into witchcraft or some woo-woo, you know, and we would attack that sort of thing too. And if we do, I would hope we would be a little less misogynistic than this guy is being.
I mean, I try not to attack the person, I always attack the argument, you know. You know, with a guy like him, it's kind of hard because it's like he wants you to do that, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway.
Yeah, his followers are really just
yeah,
more of the same.
Yeah, and he's shilling for money so he can go and debate on some platform, and he's asking his, you know, YouTube people. And I guess that's okay. I mean, you know, if you want to make money on the internet, that's fine. But yeah, he's a rapey incel. Yeah, listening to his chat, you know, the side chat, he's got like 300 to 400 people watching right now, and they're just going off, just making comments about these women over and over again. And There's just something wrong with it. And then at one point he says that she should have a husband so he could, basically keep her from doing this stuff. Or I forget what the exact quote was, but it was along those lines. And I'm like, you fucking asshole. Just when he's read a little bit, right? And he's not a dumb person. Okay, so he's read enough philosophy to be dangerous. And it's just that he hasn't read enough to understand how little he knows.
Or is it philosophy that he's just kind of heard on YouTube?
It could
be filtered by other apologists and
it's a religious based thing too. They like to feed that the man is in charge and God is a man.
Ignorance is curable. Arrogant ignorance is not. Michael Bell. So, yeah.
Very profound. Very true.
That's a problem.
Good to see you, Michael.
Let me see if I got things lined up here. My sound may not work, right, Scott? That's what usually happens to us.
Only a Bigfoot.
Who we got? There he is. Jimbob. So here's his arguments against atheism. Okay, and I can probably. Okay.
I've got the short version of the argument analyzed if you want to just play that.
Like premise 1, effects of physics are more true or false than other effects of physics. Premise 2, thoughts, evaluations, and propositions are effects of physics. Conclusion, evaluations and propositions are not more true or false.
I thought, it's like 2 weeks, that's not right. This is the one from afterwards.
That's right. That really puts a bad light on Christianity for me when they are the representatives. So anyway, so first of all, so what happened yesterday, I wasn't watching chat particularly carefully, and there was some accusation that somebody called Jimbob the P word, and I reacted to that, and it was unfair of me, and I was very wrong to react to that, and I was not reacting to all the other horrible things that Jimbob and his clan were doing. And I went after a particular person that came on later and kind of gave me a piece of her mind, as well as giving Jimbob a really great piece of her mind. And I left that clip in, and I wish I had turned the volume up on well, we're not going to name names. We're just going to call it Jimbob's absent father.
I wonder how many divorces they have. They must know women so well. Same thing when people go after